morning! I've just got up and heading out for a run. After all of the running videos and talking about the half marathon that I trained for, people have been requesting a video of my run. So I'm going to take you with me, and I look super cool because I have a video camera strapped to my chest, and hopefully it stays put because it's not actually designed for this, I don't think. But we shall see. I'm going to go for a 10K run this morning and show you the sights along my running route. And I also had some questions about pre- and post-workout nutrition. So with running, it's a little bit different from working out, and I'm just going to tell you what I do. Everyone's going to do things a little bit differently, and if you're doing a difficult strength workout, things are going to be different than if you're going for a run, and things are going to be different if you're running 10K versus if you're running 20K or if you're running 5K. So usually I go running in the morning. That's when I feel fresh, that's when I enjoy running. And so what I do is I get up and I definitely have some water, but I don't have too much because otherwise it's going to slosh around in my stomach. So I have a few sips of water, I don't know how much. And usually I don't eat anything because I just get up and go. But if I am going for a longer run, or if I'm super hungry, then I'll have something small and I'll have a little bit of fruit. And this is often good for workouts because you want to have fuel for your body, for strength workouts, I mean. So bananas are great, any fruit is great, but what I really like are dates because they're small, so they don't take up volume in my stomach and I don't have to carry them around with me and they won't, bounce around in my stomach. So these are small dates, so I'm going to have 2 or 3. If it's a big date, then I usually just have 1. It's just to get myself a little bit of sugar, get myself going, and that's about it. Okay, so I'm going to head out, bring you with me, and when we get back, I'll show you what I have after my run. Alright, I hope that wasn't too bouncy for you. It was a good run today. I tried to capture some of the scenery along the way, and I have no idea if I spun around too fast or not. Anyway, I didn't get too many funny looks, which was good, considering I had a camera strapped to my chest, which is now covered in sweat. So, I'm stretching. I like to stretch right after my run, loosen up my muscles. I find I'm very stiff if I don't stretch right after. And usually, the problem is if I don't stretch right after, I don't stretch at all. I know some people don't like to stretch right after because they find they're too loose and they might injure themselves by pushing too far in a stretch, but I've never found that, so I like stretching after. And then while I'm stretching, getting some water, because as you can see by the redness on my face and the sweat, it's really hot out. So I'm gonna finish stretching and then probably have a shower to rinse myself off. And then I'm gonna make a smoothie, so I'll show you that. That's what I have after my run. All right, so that's better. So now what I need to do is refuel myself because I've expended a lot of energy, and my favorite way to do that is a smoothie because I get some easily absorbed sugars from the fruit and I get a lot of hydration. And then I do sometimes add protein powder. I'm out right now, so I'm gonna add some rolled oats. A lot of people think that protein is the most important part after a strength workout, but actually you need to replenish the muscle glycogen, and that comes from the fruit. So let's get started with that. So I always keep bananas in the freezer. I'm down to my last one. I'll break that up when I have two hands again. And then I've got some blueberries, my favorite, and some mango. Because it's Sunday and it's special, I'm gonna put some flaxseed in, lots of flaxseed, and some ginger, just because I like the flavor, and some rolled oats. Oats are surprisingly high in protein. I add lots of water. Into the jar, which I drink out of only because it is the largest drinking vessel I have, aside from the blender, which is just not terribly refined, you know? Post-run smoothie tastes so good. All right, so this one is mostly the fruit with some rolled oats. If you're doing a more strenuous strength workout, you might want to get more protein, like protein powder. You can also put nut butters in there. They're a great source of protein as well as fat to help it digest slower. But I just need something to fuel myself, and I love putting lots of water in to get a lot of hydration. So, so that's my run fuel. A lot of people ask me actually what I was training for after a half marathon, and I decided to train for a better time on a 10K for two reasons. One, it takes less time for training, and two, there's less chance of injury running shorter distances. So I wanted to do that. I was having enough trouble fitting everything in training for the half marathon, so training for a faster one or training for something longer was a little bit too much for me. Trying to get everything done for you, trying to take time for myself. I also found that when I was training for the half marathon, pretty much all I was doing was running, whereas I like to, I was doing yoga still, but I like to also do yoga and strength training, and I take tango lessons, and I'm starting to train as part of a roller derby team. So I have a lot of stuff going on, and it was just hard to fit everything in.